All right, I mentioned James Robinson. He's coming in. I think this is a great buy low signing for the Patriots and free agency. I think you and I last talked somewhere around then. Have you watched him at all? Because everyone goes, the rookie year 2020 was outstanding. Proved himself as a pass catcher, over 1,000 yards, dinged up, traded to the Jets last year, downhill from there. They got him on a cheap deal. The ceiling here seems to be a really good 1-2 punch with him and Rhamondre. What do you make of that signing and that potential combination?
I think it's a solid signing. Obviously, I think he has the potential of filling in, the Damien Harris type of role. He can be your power back and spell somebody as a third down back as well. He's has some success in this league, just has to stay healthy. But I think it could be a great deal for the Patriots if he can be healthy and get back to the player that he once was. And I say he had a few solid games with the Jets. I know he got there kind of midseason and whatnot, but I'm sure he's a guy, he's trying to, prove himself still in a sense. And so why not get a guy like that who you've seen rush for over 1,000 yards? Not many guys have done it. I haven't done it, so he's one step ahead of me when it comes to that.
CLNS Media's Patriots coverage is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.
Yeah, I feel like it was coming at 21, and the hip just stopped you. That was the only thing stopping you, not Damien, not Rhamondre. Have you talked to Damien, actually, now that he's in Buffalo at all?
I talked to him a little bit. Like, he's excited for the opportunity. Obviously, I thought he could have bargained more interest from a lot of teams, but he's a guy who's still wanting to prove himself, and I'm excited to watch him go out there and play. Obviously, he's gets to play against the Patriots twice a year, so that'd be a fun matchup. And like I said, he's a friend for life, a guy who I check in on all the time. So I'm excited to see him play this year.
So it sounds like he'll have a little extra juice kind of coming to Foxborough. I think it's week 7.
Yeah, he always brings the juice. If anybody knows Damien, he has juice, whether it's the Patriots, whether he's playing his own teammates during practice. He always brings the juice, yelling and screaming, everything.
Yeah, I think I don't remember what day. Maybe Thursdays or Fridays, locker room. I think they were doing like a vertical jump contest, and it was just you could never hear the numbers. You just heard the screaming, and it was just Damien getting after it at that last.
He's always screaming.
Yeah. All right, well, good for him. And yeah, honestly, I mean that signing, including James Robinson, quality player, didn't even get tendered as a restricted free agent. Super saturated this year, and teams like the Raiders and Giants tagging guys like Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley. There was just such a deep market for running backs where I think teams could afford to sit back and go, okay, we don't have to offer Damien Harris as much, which is strange because sitting on the other end, franchise tag probably provides good value, but it's still not cheap. I think it was around $10-11 million.
Yeah, running back market is tough. They're trying to get those prices down a lot more than what they were, and it's hard because they feel like they can, draft a guy or, find a guy for a little bit cheaper or, do running back by committee to accomplish the same goal that a quote unquote feature guy can do. But I think there's definitely still some unique guys in this league that deserve to get paid. And it's just unfortunate that they're devaluing the running back position, but it's a passive league now, even though, a lot of these good football teams, they're able to run the ball during the postseason, but I guess they feel like they can get it done with a group of guys versus, that one guy.
Yeah, it's kind of partly keeping them fresh, right? You need to have those bodies available if you're going to go deep in the playoffs. Now 17 games, and you can pick these guys out of Wisconsin in the 4th round, and they're just going to end up being winning 3 Super Bowls. So I don't know if you feel any blame for that, James, but I feel like you could shoulder a little bit maybe here.
I can shoulder a little bit of the blame, but like I said, everybody's going to find their role on the different teams. And as I said, I still think running back should be a feature position. And there's a lot, especially guys like Saquon and other guys, Tony Pollard, guys like that who got franchise tag. I think they deserve to get at least, maybe not like a 5-year deal. They get a 2-3 year deal where they get paid a ton of money, just like they're paying these receivers $20 million a year. When backs, we got to pass block, we got to catch the ball, we got to run the ball, we got to do everything on the offense aside from throw it. So.
Amen. Yeah. And I'm on the side of there's a lot to do with, your production is dependent on the offensive line, what kind of defensive look do you get? But the running backs who you mentioned who can act as receivers and join in that pass protection are increasingly valuable skills. And then you throw in guys like Rhamondre and yourself who could create yards on your own. When the play goes wrong, you understand how to play the defense's leverage against it, maximize whatever yards you have, because that's when you separate yourself, as a running back or someone who can consistently produce regardless of what the situation is, running, passing, well blocked, not any kind of combination of errors. You know where to go because you know the playbook. and you've got these feet that, I don't know, I think Rhamondre has probably the lightest feet. That dude's got like 30 pounds on you, but it's just, I kept saying last year, I think he's going to levitate for a first down because he just dances across the field.
Yeah, it's impressive. Like I said, when he got drafted here, I never would have expected a guy like himself to be able to make guys miss the way he does, but he just continues to get better and better at it. He has quick feet for his size. He can run through you, so kind of keeps the defense really off balance. It's hard to play a guy like that because, especially when he gets to the second level, like what are you going to play for? A guy trying to run you over and try to make you miss?
Yeah.
And he has enough speed to take it a distance as well. So,
well, now that he's conditioned, yes, of course. And of course, I tease about that. But another fourth rounder. So you want to talk about?
Even when he wasn't conditioned, in the preseason, he took it like 80 yards his rookie year. So
Washington, wasn't it? Down the right sideline, fourth quarter. He ended up being the leading rusher for that game. I think it was the opener. And everyone's like, oh, fourth round pick. And here I am, idiot at the time, but since have learned and been standing for Rhamondre ever since. Being like, okay, cool. Leading rusher of the fourth preseason game. He didn't see the field till the fourth quarter. Great job, Andrew Callahan. Great analysis there, because you mentioned you took it to the house, and that's what counts.
New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.